Spice and Wolf is a romantic adventure story with elements of fantasy set in 15th century Eastern Europe. Here we follow Kraft Lawrence, a traveling merchant who one day aspires to open up his own store. He's a bit of a bland character, but his personality really shines when he begins trading. Despite his young age, he is experienced and knows how to make a profit under almost any circumstance. One night on his rounds trading goods, he finds a naked woman in his cart. She is Holo, who I think is the star of this show. Holo is the wolf god of good harvest. In her past, she would be worshipped in return for good harvest, but as time continued, the humans began to learn how to harvest on their own and no longer believed in her. It is said that she can only appear near wheat, and she uses this opportunity to appear in Lawrence's cart with a stash of wheat. We learn that her goal is to return to her home in the north. Lawrence and Holo decide to travel together because their paths take them the same direction. Holo's appearance is quite unique because of her bushy wolf tail and her ears, but those aren't the only qualities that make her stand out. Holo's personality is amazing, and she is one of my favorite female characters in anime. She appears to be a beautiful young woman, but she actually has the experience of having lived hundreds of years. She is very wise and independent, but she also has a soft side that we slowly begin to see. She features many wolf-like abilities and tendencies, such as great hearing, smell, and sight, and the ability to gobble down mass amounts of food without chewing, and also the ability to drink loads of alcohol. Maybe those last few aren't redeeming qualities, but they are things that add to her character. On their journey, we will see Holo and Lawrence become very close with each other. However, this is done in a non-traditional method. I didn't feel that this was sappy or overly romantic. I honestly felt that these characters became close with each other due to their experiences and their time traveling together. Their personalities work great with each other because we will see Holo tease Lawrence, and Lawrence is not very experienced with women, so he doesn't know how to handle this, but in time we will see him develop and begin to tease Holo as well. As the story progresses, their relationship with each other advances, and so do the hardships that they encounter. Spice and Wolf does more than just articulate the relationship of these two characters well, it really makes you feel like you are in a living world. One other element done very well here is the trading. Within this series, we will learn the value of their currency. Certain coins from certain cities are worth more than the same coins made from other cities. We will learn about the taxation of gold and other goods, about trading on credit, supply and demand, market strategy, and also the darker side of trading. This may seem boring, but I actually found it to be very interesting because this series portrays these mundane elements with suspense. Within this series, we will see the price of items rise and fall, but what is always most valuable is having trustworthy companions. Because here we will find that trading is a very cutthroat business that will bleed you dry if you are not experienced enough. Throughout Lawrence and Holo's journey, they will come across hardships caused by an overzealous transaction, or by a business partner betraying them for profit, market crashes, and also other unforeseen complications. Aside from the relations of Lawrence and Holo, the thriving world, and the elements of trade, Spice and Wolf offer some fantasy elements as well. This gives off the feeling of old folk tales come true, such as Holo being a wolf god and having to transform occasionally into a giant wolf. And also there are a few other characters that also have the same background as being an animal god in human form. The overall presentation of the series is another area which it greatly excels. The animation is beautiful and the art is very detailed. The emotions portrayed by Holo are given away by the gestures of her tail, the movement of her ears, and also the animation of her eyes. The way that the environment is created is very detailed and really resembles the period that this series is based in. The sound here is also beautiful. I really enjoyed the opening and closing of Season 1, but there's more to it than that. The score to this series is very beautiful. It really feels like you're immersed in 15th century Europe. The sound effects are also great, from the sound of the forest, to animals, to the sound of people, even down to the sound of the rustle of Holo's tail. The English dub is beautiful as well. The voice actors speak as if they lived within the time, and it really adds to each character's personality. Overall, I feel that this series would be a total package if not for the second season. My only complaint about this series is that the ending leaves much to be desired. It really feels like they left it open for a third season, but there is no third season. I really wanted to have closure for this world and for the characters, but I really felt like I was left hanging. Spice and Wolf is a very original and entertaining series, but if you aren't a fan of series that are heavy in dialogue, then you might not like Spice and Wolf. But for everyone open to new experiences, I recommend Spice and Wolf. It is 26 episodes long, and you can find the first season on Netflix, and the manga is currently finished with 17 volumes. So if you've seen Spice and Wolf, then let me know what you thought about it in the comments section below. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later.